Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, it's Lena from Love Me and Crochet. Nice to meet you. I'm super excited to be here today. I did another video where I talked about like making my coworkers different items and how I was shopping. I did like a mini yarn haul in that video and everything. And so I mentioned some yarn that I purchased for another coworker whose hat that I will be making today. So hopefully this will be like a really quick video because I'm making a bucket hat and hopefully it doesn't take that long, right? So I went to Hobby Lobby looking for some colors for a different hat that I made, which is in the last video. And so I was looking for this customer's or coworker's hat, and these are the two colors that I came up with. I like it. I feel like it can go with like a cute professional outfit, maybe not professional, I don't know. I feel like it can be styled well. I considered like getting like a darker shade for them with like this shade of pink, but when I discussed it with them, they mentioned a lighter shade, so I just went with these two just in case. If they don't like it, I'll wear it. Of course. We had like kind of went back and forth as far as like color arrangements and thoughts, but they really just wanted me to like just take my own like liberty with it. So these are just two colors I found. Hopefully they go well together. I'm decided to do the granny stitch crochet bucket hat. So the granny stitch crochet bucket hat and just alternate the colors. I make this type of hat like all the time, just because it's like a quick one that's cute that I can like put with any outfit. Sorry, I'm like trying to find the middle. And it barfed. I don't know if they'll like it, but I'm just gonna present it to them and just be like, look, this is the idea I got. I should have went with a darker color. Like that's kind of like what I've been regretting, or just getting all three colors, but we'll see at the end of making this if it's cute or not. So right now I'm gonna try to like get this yarn unraveled because the yarn barfed on me, and you know it tends to do that, and that's okay. I probably should have put it in a cake first, but this is supposed to be something like quick that I'm trying to do so that I could get the hat to them as soon as possible, especially since I took like a whole week on the last one just because of my work schedule. But we will see. Okay, so now both colors are unraveled, unraveled, ready to go. They both yarn barfed on me, so I had to get both of them untangled. So yes, the granny stitch one is what I am planning to make. I'm hoping that this hat only takes an hour to make because I woke up kind of early just so I can finish it today. And then I just want them to like it. So I'm beginning with a magic circle and 10 double crochet in the magic circle, and then I will move on to 2 double crochet in each space, and then I move on to 3 double crochet in each space before I move into my increases. So here we go. All right, so first 3 rows down, I am feeling like the colors are really pale. Like, really pale. But to be honest, I don't even know. I just feel like the colors are too pale. And I don't even know how I would even like explain. But it's only been through 3 rows, but it's just not giving exciting, if that makes sense. And I'm also trying to figure out, like, do I want to weave in my ends as I go, or do I want to be more strategic? Because like I was watching, I don't know what I was watching, it was a few years ago, but it's always something that stuck in my mind where I seen like a more seasoned crocheter, like she was like, had to be in like her 60s, where she just was like, if you were to weave in your ends, you swipe back and forth 3 times and your ends stay. Like, you're good, you don't have to worry about it unraveling, nothing. Just weave it in 3 times and it's gonna stay, it's gonna be effective, and it's gonna be strong. So sometimes I weave in my ends as I go, but then other times it's like, I always remember what she said about that, and the hats that I've done that with, or like just any product I've done that with, I haven't really had the issue of unraveling. But the ones where I just like tuck it underneath one swoop all the way around to like whenever the like yarn ends, I have had it unravel, or like not necessarily unravel, but like it peek out, and I don't really like when like the ends peek out. So I know there's also someone on the internet also years ago did something that sticks. Don't know who she is, can't even tell you what year I saw the video. I just know it wasn't recently. I think it was like when I was still like, I don't know where I was, somewhere in my crochet journey. There was a girl that also said she sewed in the ends of her ends. She sewed them down, so she will weave them in and then she will sew down the ends. And I just feel like with these type of hats, I don't know if sewing down the ends would be as effective, just because of like the way it would look. So I've never done that. Not to mention, like, I would want to sew them down with like the color that the hat is in, and that is just, I just have so much yarn and so many different colors that means I would have to like basically have like a thread stash as well. So I just been kind of like, I just go back and forth with like my weaving my ends process, but the going back and forth 3 times has always stuck with me, and I use that the most. So right now it just looks like stragglies, but my thing is that method just takes time. Like if I were to just like weave them in as I go and just tuck it in and crochet, I don't think about it at the end. But then like when it comes to like having to weave in 3 times, like the product to be finished as far as like the crochet part, but now I have to go like back and do it again, which is not time efficient. So it's more so like trying to figure out what works best for me. But I will say, even though it is time consuming, that is the method I tend to use the most. So it's just gonna look like this for a bit on the whole hat. If that triggers you, I'm so sorry. But that is what it's gonna look like, because I think that's the route I'm gonna take. I already weaved in like my magic circle, which I have to, like I cannot stand it, like the magic circle like opening in the middle of my crochet process. So as soon as I do my magic circle and get done with like the first row, I'm automatically weaving in the magic circle, and I like my magic circle to be tight. Like I don't kid about that. That is something that does trigger me. So all right, let me go ahead and finish this hat. All right, so as you can see, it is the next day. And I told myself, oh, I can crochet this before work in this little hour, like it's gonna be nothing. No, so I didn't realize the time. And my crazy little self don't like having stragglies while I crochet. So I started weaving in the ones I had already done, and then I crocheted a few more. And then I was about to weave in these, and then I saw the time and I was like, so we have to go to work. I gotta get myself up and we have to go. And then I got off work and I plan to come back to crochet because I mean, that's what we do. But then I went to an event, and well, me and my husband, we spent some time together, which of course I'm gonna give him my time. I love him. With that being said, I am this far. So like here is basically the top of the hat. Like that's completed. I'm weaving the ends, and then I'm gonna finish the hat. Well, do like the cap part, and then there's the brim. And since this is for a male, I usually go for like a little wiggly, like a little wavy pattern at the ends, but since it's for a male, I'm not gonna do a wavy pattern. I'm just gonna leave it like straight, be done, and then, well, I guess this video will be done. So yeah, honestly, I still feel kinda like meh when it comes to the colors. Like, I'm basing this off of one conversation, and then like this coworker is super funny, and they know like how important crochet is to me, so they kept like changing the colors. Like they was like joke, so like I want this color, but if this color was blue. And I was like, okay. And they'll change it and be like, but then I want this color, but if this color was yellow. And I'm like, what? I don't know what that looks like. Like, I just want to give you what you want. And I just want to go home and crochet. I don't want to be thinking so hard about the colors. So with that being said, I took the very first conversation idea that they had, and I did my best. And I don't even know if this is like the exact pink, but they're so playful and they're so fun, and I love hanging out with them. So I just hope they like it. If they don't, I'm gonna wear it and buy it and make them another one. So yeah, so here we go, part 2 of crocheting this hat. Hopefully I get done. All right, so I have finished like the cat part. He gets really cute. I'm starting to like grow in the colors, but it might be just because I'm working with it. But at the same time, I don't know how it's gonna look on my coworker. I'm gonna have to give y'all an update. Like, it may not be in this video, but I'll have to give you an update on the thoughts on the hat. I fear, this is the fear, I fear that they are going to be like, oh, I like it, it's so nice, and then it's just like sitting in the back of their closet. When in reality, they could just be like, not my cup of tea of colors, but thank you so much. This is what I actually want. And then I could be like, okay. And then I can wear it or I can sell it to somebody else. But personally, these colors are just a bit light. Like, I should have went with the darker brown color. These are some of the thoughts that I tend to have, like, if I'm not enjoying the colors or like the way I'm doing something, it just makes me want to restart. But that's okay, because I still I like it in a way to where it's like it can work. It's just it's so light. But let me keep going. So I'm done with this part, and now I'm going to work on the brim, and then I should be done. All right. All right, so I'm on this like second row of like where you can see like where the bucket is. It's kind of still giving curly, but I had to do my increases. I don't think it looked too bad. I just feel like I need to like block it. If I block it, I think it'll look better. But I'm basically trying to see if I should do like one more row. I think I might do one more row for good measure. All right, let me keep going. With that, I am done with the hat. It is completed. I still have a little bit of ruffles, but I think that's just due to like the nature of it. I think when they wear it, it won't be as bad. the colors, it is what it is, and I feel like the colors look better in person than on like the camera. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Had a good time making the hat. If you enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. If you would like to comment something else that I can make, let me know down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.